All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
This violates every
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
How are you?
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Welcome to Blame Your Brother, episode 91, a show where two real brothers and a friend get together and talk about zany news topics and current events.
Who's who?
That's right. Welcome to Blame Your Brother, the screw-up edition. This is episode 91. You figured we'd have it together by now, but we don't. So There we go. All right, guys, welcome to Blame Your Brother, episode 91. We are back once again, and we have a special guest with us. We'll get to that in just a second. But before we get started, there are three of us that come to you every week. I am one third. I am David, a.k.a. D-Brew, voice of the people, Birdman, Glenn Jackson, and I am joined by this guy way over to the left here. It's my actual brother. It's Lee.
What up, everyone? It's Michael Meeks, brother to Lame, and the one and only LeBron's safety pin.
And I'm also joined by this guy to the right who almost needs no introduction. It's John.
Hey everybody, John here, a.k.a. Tico, a.k.a. Mr. Groupon, the sole operator of the Disappointment Cannon, Mr. PTI, the Madman.
They got John Tortorella, a madman. They do have a madman. Okay, he's a madman.
There we go. Now, special guest, once again, two-time guest to the program. It's Josh. What's going on?
I'm good. I'm Josh. I'm Josh.
Josh, there
Can
you
you
go.
can you be keeper of the BYOB safe space?
Sure.
Okay.
I can do
There you
that.
go. He's
Done.
in
I
the
won't
safe-
remember that. Well, I guess there's a recording, so I can always go.
There you go. You can always go
Write
back
it
and
down.
No, dude, you've agreed to it. Now, there's like responsibilities and like every other weekend you have to do special training.
Dues, you have to pay dues.
Continuing education.
we
right.
we suckered him in with that one. Yeah, so he's with us once again. He's got an album out. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's fantastic. Can't wait to talk about that. But before we get started, we do want to remind you, first off, come join us every Thursday night. We stream the show live, 8 p.m. Central Time at blameyourbrother.tv. It's live on YouTube, so come hang out with us. And we'll start like we do every show. We say a lot of wacky things, wrong things, crazy things, and we have to ask every week, Lee, is there anything you need to apologize for or take back from last week's episode?
No.
Okay, he's clean this week. John, anything that slipped out last week that you need to apologize for? Maybe.
Yeah, the ghost of Jimi Hendrix came and visited me, and I feel I should say something, so yeah, I apologize for that.
And what about the Freebird?
No.
Oh,
No Freebird?
Wow.
Well, Leonard Skinner did not visit me, so.
Okay, well, there we go. Josh, anything you said during your week that you need to apologize for that stands out?
We'll
Maybe
have
the
to-
pre-show.
We'll have to ask my fiance about.
We do have a recording of the pre-show, so.
Well, when you air that, I'll apologize.
We all will apologize.
There'll be a list.
There we go. All right, well,
Look for that bonus content on YouTube.
can't wait. Okay, so we were clean last week. Great episode. There we go. So we're going to get started. I guess we got some topics to talk about. Like I said, we got albums to discuss and everything, but we'll get started with Lee. How's your week been, man?
It's been down, man. I've had a cold, sinus. I don't even know. I've been trying to lay low. And the worst is my house gets invaded by ants on an annual basis.
Yeah.
And no matter what, somehow it's my fault.
Yeah. Well,
You
you're
ever had a
married.
woman blame you for something?
Every day
Yeah.
of our lives.
So can you explain to me how ants invading my house is my fault?
Because you're in the house.
Because you have a penis.
Wow. Major key.
Run it.
Right there, major key. Oh, is that going to hit? Man, I'm not even prepared for misogyny alert this early on in the show. But, John, you got it.
Misogyny alert.
Wow.
Is that a record? Is that a record?
That might be. I wasn't even ready for it. So, yeah, it's a record, man. So,
The madman strikes again.
well, what I would say is you probably need to have sprayed your house.
I
the
sprayed
outside.
my house.
Oh, you already did?
I did, yeah.
Okay, well, then
Anything else I can do?
who's to blame?
Just burn it down?
Burn down the house and move away. I don't know. I don't know. I get ants this time of year as well.
Ants in your pants and
Ants,
you need to
yeah.
dance.
There you go.
So does anyone in your house freak out? Like,
No, not really. I mean, we're just kind of used to it, I guess. We get those taro liquid traps,
I've got
and those
some
are
of
fantastic.
I need some more.
Yeah, those always kind of seem to.
The gel helps at our house.
The gel?
The
I
gel.
don't know
Yeah.
about the gel.
There's a gel.
Did you guys get it on Groupon?
No.
You got a gel pack? Y'all got a discount on them gel packs?
No, it comes in like a
Hair gel.
like a tube, like
That's
a
what I
syringe almost.
A tube?
Yeah.
Where do you gel
you put
up?
it on. You put it on like corners and stuff where you expect to them to cross through.
Okay, that makes sense.
I have to look up the gel.
Oh, did Lee just admit John may be right about something? I wish I had a sounder for
Episode
that.
91
Yeah.
is whoa.
First for a lot of things.
First off, I said that I would
Just
look
all
into
records.
it. Okay.
Doo, doo, doo.
All right, I'm writing that down as an apology for next
Okay,
week.
there we
Okay.
go.
I agree with John. I apologize
All right,
for that.
so you have an ant infestation, whatever it's called. John, what about you? How's your week been?
all right, I guess. Just planning on a couple of trips. One small one. My niece is graduating next week, so we're going visiting Arkansas, and then at the end of the month, I'm finally going to San Diego.
Nice. What are you doing in San Diego? What's going on
We're
out
gonna
there?
check out the zoo. Can just
Popping
check out
off.
SeaWorld. Just some other stuff.
So you do support SeaWorld and how it entraps the animals and doesn't let
no,
them
we're
out?
going there to pick it.
Oh, okay, well, good. There you go. You got it. You are woke, man. Josh's appearance
woke, my brother.
He got you going. That's great. So, well, I'm good because if everybody listened or first time listening, you were going to go on vacation and your work kind of stuck it to you. So, well, I'm glad you get to go.
Will you or will you not do magic mushrooms in San Diego?
Probably not.
Probably. So you're saying there's still a chance.
I mean, I never know what happens. You know?
Never say never. Josh, what you been up to this past week? Anything?
I have an ant infestation as well.
No, really?
But it's not my fault.
Okay.
so
Maybe you should get a penis. I don't know.
I knew I was missing something, you know? All these news articles. But not much. I've just been laying low, writing.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Since I wrote that, I was kind of, man, I need to write more.
You do need to write more. Right?
Yeah.
We all need to write more.
Well, he.
Do you have any like tips for writing, like things that get you in the mood, or
You just do it.
just sit down and do it? This is I see a reoccurring theme here.
It is.
Yeah.
You just do it.
That's it. That's
Just
Remember
do it.
last time you were talking about working on a book?
Yeah.
How's that coming along?
I'm still afraid of it. So,
I'm with you.
yeah.
John. Tell him about your book idea. Let's pitch
I
the
don't
book.
know. I don't want our listeners to steal my ideas.
Oh,
Come on.
No, I wanna,
that IP, baby. Don't
I
steal
used
the IP.
I used to work as a janitor in an elementary school, and I was prompted by some of the teachers that I had a lot of good ideas about leprechauns and stuff, and they said that there's not a lot of books about leprechauns, that I should write one. And
You should.
So,
I don't think many people would either.
Yeah.
So I think you should do it.
no.
Not to take that.
So
not a lot of people would.
no.
Oh, I didn't
Just
mean
do
to
it.
sound like a
Go
douche.
for it.
No, that's okay. That's what I'm used to,
Stop
actually.
stealing my space, bro.
I love it. Oh man.
No, but I think you should.
That would be perfect for
You
you.
just have to do it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get books out of you two.
So,
very
but here,
soon.
but what's the target demo for your book?
Children.
But
Yeah.
but children range from ages of 0 to 18, right?
No.
That's what I'm saying. What is the target
saying- yeah,
demographic
he's
for your
When
book?
I say children, I usually mean like 11 and under.
11 and
Where there'll
under.
be illustrations or
Yeah.
just a
No,
book?
that's where I was getting at.
Yeah, definitely illustrations.
Do you draw, bro? Do
I
you-
don't. No, I'd have to get somebody to help me with that.
Good thing we have an artist on the program today.
Okay.
Oh, me?
Yeah. You, not us.
How's your leprechauns, bro?
Yeah, have you been practicing your leprechaun art?
No.
Short guys with
There's
beards.
not-
That's all I need, man.
Can you
Alright, I
just
can-
do it? Can you just do it?
I'll just try.
Do you have
I'll just try
green?
it.
Okay.
Do you have the?
Green
give it a
and
shot.
red.
So how's that work? Is he going to make the illustrations first, and then you just go back and write the leprechaun story? Or are
No,
you going to
I'd-
make him read your like?
I'd have some dialogue. I'd have a like, just like you would for a TV show. You draw storyboards for the.
Do you have any
Lee.
names
Okay, well let
for
me
your characters?
break you down because I have a 6-month-old child. Today is her exact 6-month
All
birthday.
right.
Happy birthday, Ada.
Happy
I've been
birthday.
reading books that are targeted for her, and they're like they're very simple.
Yeah.
They're like one line a page. Is that what we're talking here?
No, we're talking
2,
probably
3 a paragraph per page.
little more than Dr. Seuss fare.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I'm going for.
You're trying to advance those kids, man.
Yeah. Well, with what I was doing each night since I was the janitor, I was there cleaning the rooms when the kids weren't there, and I would I'd ask the teachers what they were working on the next day, and I would leave little notes for the kids as a whole,
As the leprechaun?
As the leprechaun.
Oh, okay.
And it would have something to do with their lesson plan. Like if they're working on colors, I'd say, oh, I'm going to play tricks on your room if you don't leave me a note with 6 different colors.
I'm going to steal your parents if you don't do your
I
homework.
didn't go that far.
You're like Mr. Holland's Opus over here, John, shaping young men's hearts and minds.
With leprechauns instead of music.
Is Robert Dreyfuss going to play you in the movie adaptation when they make it?
Be the right height, probably.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I hope you do this book for real. I mean, you know.
I think you should.
If who wrote the book about the gay rabbit? Who was that lately? Some talk show guy. John Oliver. John Oliver wrote a book. So, whose daughter wrote a book about rabbits? Oh, geez. I think it was, I can't remember now. Oh, it's Pence's daughter, I believe, wrote a book about rabbits. And I guess it was like traditional rabbits. I mean, this is just kind of off the top.
Oh, he made it in response to a Pence book?
Yeah, Pence's daughter wrote a book about traditional rabbits. So John Oliver wrote a book about a gay rabbit and his happy family. And the thing has been selling like insane. Like, it's crazy just because people are jumping on a PC bandwagon of the opposite of they hate Pence. But, you know, so there you go. So you do have a you have a path in front of you.
You can have a transgender leprechaun.
Oh.
I don't think I'm going to go there.
Gender fluid, maybe. Gender fluid. What are leprechauns? Are you sure they're dudes? I mean,
I'm billing them as there's both male and female.
Oh, okay. So you're making a whole world. Just like you just turned into.
I mean, initially I was thinking of like trying to do a whole like action series, like
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah.
Well, all right, there we go, man. We've gone to the Lord of the Rings trilogy now.
But I've since backed off of that.
Okay. Well, best of luck. I mean, there you go. All right, so I got to tell a story real quick. I want to get your take on it. So I went to Boy Scouts had this event this past week. Oh, sorry, they're not called Boy Scouts anymore. BSA of America had a event this past weekend.
What was those first 2 initials?
BS,
okay.
Yeah. So we went to Kentucky to Mammoth Cave. Okay, now I get this email from the people, and it says, "We will purchase your tickets." Okay, it says you get 1 ticket for you, 1 ticket for your child will be purchased. The tour starts at 11 o'clock, okay? So I got there at about 10:55. I walk over to the bus because you get on this bus and go to the cave. And the guy goes, "Sorry, man, you're going to have to go buy your tickets." I'm like, "What?" So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go to the ticket line, and they're sold out. And I'm like, did I just drive like 2 hours for nothing? Like, I'm upset. I'm like, I'm angry right now.
I would be too.
I mean, pissed.
Justifiably.
Yes. So I walk back over there, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do, man. Like, and I'm like upset, and just like, I'm like, I don't know what to do. What do you want me to do? There's no more tickets. I can't, da-da-da-da-da. He's like, well, just get on the bus, man. Just get on the bus. So we snuck on the bus unpaid for. But I'm like, was I out of line to get, like, was I supposed to get there like 30 minutes early? Or I guess he turned the tickets back in because he didn't think everyone was going to show up. I'm like, dude, if you said in the email you were buying the tickets and the tour starts at 11, does that mean as long as you get there before 11, you're good to go? I mean, maybe I'm wrong here. I don't know.
That's what it would assume, unless otherwise he should have implicated in the email.
Be there 15 minutes early.
That's what I thought.
Honestly, I wasn't listening to your story, but you were definitely in the wrong.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
And also, like, teaching your child to sneak onto a bus.
Well, that wasn't me.
Well.
That was the scout people. That wasn't me. And, you know, if you've seen one cave, you've seen them all. Okay?
Mammoth Cave is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all right. It's cave. It's cave.
Well, and now they don't have to wonder what it's like to sneak on a bus.
There you go. Yeah. So we and they kind of had an attitude with me for the rest. I felt that. I mean, I don't know that was real. You know, sometimes you feel things, but I don't know, man. I just was like,
you know the rule, man. If you want something done right, you have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So next time you need to be the scout leader.
And I usually show up like extra early, but Waze told me I was going to get there like 20 minutes early, and then it started adding time on. I was like, oh crap, what's going on here? You know.
Okay, the second rule is don't go to Kentucky.
Well, that's probably a good rule, except for all of our Kentucky listeners we have out there. We love you guys.
I'm sure
Lee. That was Lee that said
that.
Can you write down that apology?
I'm sure anyone listening in Kentucky is trying to get out right now. Okay?
Oh, wow. You write that down. You're going to apologize for that.
Just back to back.
I know. Okay. Well, I just wanted to get that out of the way. So that's what I did.
So y'all are pro Kentucky? Is that what y'all are saying?
I love Kentucky.
My family's from Kentucky.
Oh, no.
Southeastern Kentucky.
Southeastern. Most southeastern. Like border.
Border of Tennessee.
So
Southeast
according to the chat, Mammoth Cave was a Jesse James hideout, and Robin, John's wife, apparently you're related to Jesse James. Your child is. Did you know this?
I did.
Okay,
did.
there you go.
Probably never hears the end of it. You know.
No, it's not. It doesn't come up often.
I don't know
Just
how it
heard the end
would.
of it.
It's not like she reminds me every day, so it's not an issue.
Well, there you go. Speaking of
to know.
Kentucky,
Good to
though,
know.
we did get to send out the shirts this week. Everyone that ordered a shirt, the shirts are sent
Lives
out.
in Kentucky.
A lot of them are worse in Kentucky. And
I love you, Kentucky people.
there you go. This isn't the first time you've done this. You did this to another place.
Alabama.
Alabama, that's right. And so you will pay for this one. I guarantee it. You will pay. But anyway,
Is this goal to alienate every state that touches Tennessee?
we're up to we're going 2. We can go.
He's
I
going
mean, why
regional.
do they have to touch Tennessee? I mean,
Yeah, that's true. You're just starting. I mean, it may be every state. I
What
don't
if
know.
Tennessee touches them?
Yeah, what if?
yeah, it's the other way around. Okay?
Okay.
Tennessee doesn't get touched by other states. Okay, Tennessee does the touching.
That doesn't sound very good at all.
Touch state.
So anyway, so the shirts went out. People are getting them. We're seeing them pop up. So thank you guys once again for ordering the shirts. It was fantastic. It was good to see them get out there and going to the post office, mail those off. It's not a very fun thing.
No,
it's fun.
you enjoy it.
No, yeah, I love
Yeah,
it. I love going to the post office.
You kind of feel like a man walking around with all those packages.
Oh, I
People
thought.
are like looking at you and they're like, he must be important.
But I do want to say thank God for the self kiosk because I was able to do it much quicker than the post office people would ever have been able
what
to
I
do
tell
it.
you, if you want something done right,
Hey, I'm Mr. Self Kiosk. I will any place that has self service, I'm there. I don't care, man. The grocery store, the post office, anywhere. If
I got to
can-
make them work for their money.
No, I'm faster. I want to get out of there.
so how do you feel about sex robots?
Unfortunately,
We can just move on.
unfortunately,
It's just a joke.
I don't think I'm gonna get to try one out. But if I was a younger man, I never would have left the house. Probably. I mean, that sounds like an ideal time. When you're 18, 19,
it sounds
20.
like an ideal time.
I mean,
The self-serve sex spots.
take care of your business. They can stay. They can go. It doesn't matter. They're not talking either way. That's what you want when you're younger, right?
You can put them in your car and go through the carpool
That's
lane.
true.
you know?
Yeah.
And-
So it all
I
works
saw
out.
some
Win-win.
I saw some
Mostly-
clickbaity headline the other day, like they were programming them to be assassins or something, to
Oh,
like
Lord.
murder people.
Well, I've already said this is happening. So I've already told you robots are going to kill us all. And you guys continue to think this is some kind
Maybe
of joke.
this is where it starts.
This is where it starts because most nerdy dudes are going to order these things.
Well, I mean, I could
That's
think
half
of
the population gone
I
right
could
there.
literally think of worse robots to be murdered by.
Such as. So
Like
imagine
murder bots?
Imagine
I don't know.
imagine you're a nerd.
Flamethrower?
Imagine you're a nerdy
Okay.
dude. You order the sex robot.
That's a big stretch
you're
there.
This is a who's to blame right
Yeah,
now.
I know. So you order this robot up. You're ready to have a good time. You're in the thrust of passion.
And
the
then
thing comes up and chops your head off. That's a bad way to go, really. I mean, because you got to think your family's going to see this. Well, unless
Your
the
head's
robot-
rolling on the ground. At least there's a smile on your face.
I guess so. But anyway,
What if it instead had some kind of like penis trap that,
Oh Lord!
You know?
You're describing the movie called Teeth.
why do you know all these weird movies? First Seal, now Teeth.
I just know these movies, man.
Is that a NC-17 thing?
I think it's an R movie, but basically the concept is women were a woman. Vagina had teeth on it, and every guy she slept with or had sex
what is
with.
this movie?
It's a movie, man. You can look it up.
Wait, who is anyone famous in it?
I think it's like
think?
I
Probably
think it's
not
like
anymore.
I think it's a B horror film. I mean, it came out. It was like an indie pick of the. I think it was like 2 years ago or.
What is the worst
Well,
movie
maybe
that
further than
somebody
that.
notable has been in?
I'm sorry, 10 years ago. That's how old I am. Yeah. So Teeth. You can see right there. It says. Still a stranger to her own body, this woman has teeth. I don't know, whatever the movie is. But anyway, that was basically...
So is she doing it on purpose?
I haven't seen the movie. I've just heard about it. I don't think she
From
was...
the mortal, I think first starting out she probably wasn't, but after a while she probably
Yeah, I think it
was
just...
hip to it.
Yeah, like any horror film. She starts off not knowing about it, and then at the end, it's kind of out of control. So
It's like gaining a new superpower.
Yes, pretty
Like,
much.
You can use it for good or
yes,
evil.
and she uses it for bad. Well...
Did she brush her teeth? I wonder. These are questions.
These are I don't think she did. I think
Floss?
she probably need to go to the dentist for sure. But and all the dudes, of course, she encounters, they're terrible guys. This girl looks familiar. That girl's been in a couple of things. I can't remember what from. But anyways, yeah, so all the dudes are crappy as always in these movies. Men are the terrible. This was kind of before
That's every movie now.
Well, this was before Me Too. If this movie came out like today, it would be like the biggest seller. It'd pass Black Panther, Civil War. It'd pass all those films, man. All the feminists would
She's
be
the
lined up
next
to see
Marvel
it.
superhero.
The next Marvel superhero, Teeth.
Is it like? Would it be Miss Teeth or
Look, Sundance.
Teeth Girl? girl?
Just teeth.
Just
No, just be teeth. Teeth girl would have been, it's demeaning.
Yeah, Lee, how dare you assume their gender? How dare you do that? You don't know that's a woman or man. But anyway, so that's that movie.
It's literally a vagina with teeth.
Yeah, that's all you need, though.
I think that is okay to assume the gender at that point.
As two writers would tell us, all you need is an idea. The rest will write itself. So
I would still, I would probably date her.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad for you. I just want to tell you. No spoiler alert, but that ends bad for you. But I think she has a boyfriend that's actually, remembering the plot, I think she had a boyfriend that was actually nice, and it turns, like I said, it's typical.
She turns?
Well, the teeth. It turns on her, yeah. It starts off with the creepy doctor who's all like creeping on her and trying to get feels on her, which...
Oh, really?
Come on, like that. Come on,
you all women. Think that happens?
No, not with regular. Not with regular. No. I just know. I can't even get out the words I'm trying to get here. Women would not. Why would they keep going back to a creepy gynecologist? It keeps like filling them up. Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm going to let the viewers answer that one.
I just want you to go because that's what they want. I thought that's what you were going to say there.
And then.
Yep, I was ready. I was ready for that one. All right. Well, anyways,
all right, we got to go to the chat real quick.
Teeth, sex robots. What are they saying there? So this is why it's called a beaver. There we go. That's from Jason. There you go. Thank you, Jason, for that.
So,
all right. Well, moving on past that, we're here with Josh today. I don't know how you segue, so we won't. We're just gonna skip over that.
I have teeth.
There you go.
There you go.
So you got an album out.
Yes.
Take a bite out of that.
There you go. Nice segue. But yeah, so you're in a band. Charlie Abbott is the name of the project, and you guys have put out an album called Nirvana.
We did.
And we talked about it last time. I'm going to tell you, I've listened to it. I got it the day it came out. I was ready to hear it, and I'm super impressed with it. It's a great album, top to bottom. I mean, it's got that. How would you say the feel of it is? Because there's a couple of instrumentals that are really awesome. There's one song I was like, this could be the beginning of a podcast. The one called Dead. What's that one called?
Oh, I'm Dead.
Yeah, I'm Dead. I'm like, dude, that is the beginning of any show there is. But
nice.
anyways, so how would you describe the sound of this album, though, to people?
I guess grungy, rock. It was, when we recorded live. So it was me, Charlie, and a drummer. So those parts you hear are, if you were to go see us play live, that's what it was.
Nice.
So everything, and then we overdubbed some guitars. So, it was fun to do, and it's just rock and roll. Just kind of straightforward rock and roll.
Now, is there like a theme to the album? I see a lot of military type titles in the album. Does he talk to you about that? I never know how songwriters so we were in a band together, and sometimes I would tell them what the song was about, and sometimes I wouldn't. I mean, they would just kind of pick it up on their own. Does he discuss that with you, or does he just kind of write them and just deliver the goods?
Sometimes it depends. As far as a theme with that album, I'm not very sure. Okay. Maybe there is. He just hasn't said anything. I just played bass,
Yeah. So is he kind of like a mad genius then? I mean, is he just spitting all this out and just like, you jump on for the ride and let's just make this magic happen?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some things where we'll sit down and he'll have an idea, and then we'll sit down and we'll just work out his idea and build parts off of this idea he had.
Nice.
So
they can get the album anywhere, right? It's everywhere. I mean,
it's on Amazon Music, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. There's a link on YouTube. See, his idea.
Yeah, tell this. Yeah, this is pretty interesting.
Yeah, his idea to release it on YouTube, which is pretty genius, is to listen to it as an album.
Yeah.
There's no timestamps, just track names. And even if you do want to skip around, you're not sure where you're skipping to. You're just going to skip to a part in the song.
Right.
So it kind of helps you discover the album a little more. Because I know how overwhelming or underwhelming listening to an album from a band you've never heard before can be,
Yeah.
So
pretty
good idea.
Well, hopefully it brings the album back, because the album is dying. I mean, because of like things like Spotify and things like this, that you're right, a lot of people don't listen to albums top to bottom anymore, which is sad. I mean, when you look back at some of the greatest albums of all time, deserve to be listened to from top to bottom, and that's people are losing that.
I mean, these artists put songs in specific orders for a reason.
Yeah.
To tell a larger, overwhelming story.
Well, the track listing, the way it's laid out, is my doing. I laid it out because the drummer wanted it. These kind of songs here, and then the tail end to be these songs. I'm like, that's kind of weird. You should sprinkle it throughout so it kind of moves. So
Oh, I definitely agree with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Well, that's nice. So what has been? Have you gotten response from people so far? How does that work? I mean, it's like I say, it's a really good album. So I imagine you're at least hearing people saying they enjoy it, right? I mean,
Yeah. People are saying they enjoy it, and we're doing everything pretty grassroots. Just putting it out and telling friends, telling people we know, sending links, posting links, but not really overdoing it, just kind of letting people find it,
Yeah.
I know that sounds counterproductive to what you want to do when you release an album, but when you're in it for the reason to just make a good album and hope people like it, I don't feel like we're falling short on anything.
No, I like that idea a lot. So the album's called Nirvana. Is there a reason behind that name?
Because we know people would probably be like, "Why do you name Nirvana?"
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad name. It's one of the greatest bands of all time. So maybe they'll just kind of wander into it.
I think he heard something from somebody. I'm not totally sure how the story plays out, but I think somebody said something kind of negative about naming it Nirvana.
Okay.
And he was like, exactly.
Yeah, I like that. Yes, exactly.
It can go one way or the other. So.
And so the album cover is pretty interesting. Who is this female? Do you know who this female is on the album cover, or is this just a random photo? Or
I think it's the drummer at the time. It was a girl he was dating.
Okay. It's cool. It's a cool album cover as well. So I expect it to do well. And you guys are you playing out in tour of this kind of? I mean, just whenever.
Just playing whenever we get shows, and just really doing it because we like doing it. If we get a show we want to play, we'll do it. We're not really knocking down doors
right
now, so.
Well, that's fine. But yeah, I love the album cover. I think it's very cool, and like I said, it's good sound. So if you have not heard this album, go check it out on Spotify, and then if you really like it, go buy it. And I mean, people still do I buy albums still. I know a lot of people don't, but I still like to buy an album, like I said, because I do. I've listened to it from top to bottom to get the flow. So I like that. But we're kind of older. I guess young kids do whatever.
Well, I stopped paying for Apple Music every month.
Okay.
Well, I was doing it, but I was doing it responsibly. So I would pay for Apple Music, go through, listen to albums, artists, discover this music that I haven't discovered before, and then I would cancel my Apple Music, and instead of paying $10 a month for a service, I would buy like an album every other week or so.
Yeah. That's probably the best way to do it.
Renaissance man.
I mean, in Spotify, I know a lot of people use Spotify, and I would use it more, but I mean, I don't have an unlimited data plan, so I'm not going to be riding around the city just wasting data on music. That's why I download a lot of music. I mean, that's just because I'm cheap, I guess. But I don't know, man. Like I say, I still listen to 90s albums top to bottom, and I just think that's the way. I mean, I can still name, like, if you give me an album, I'll be like, yeah, that's on that album. It's that track or whatever. So I don't
John,
know.
Have you heard any of the leads on our album? What do you think about the leads, the solos?
I love guitar solos. But bass solos that's even better.
Yeah,
the bass is, that's where it's at.
That's where everybody skips.
There we go. So so two big instrumentals on it as well, which those are incredibly awesome. Those are good. Just get in the car, put it on, just chill out to it, man. I mean, and I keep listening. Are there lyrics anywhere for this album? That's what I need, man. I need some lyric sheets, man. I don't
think so. I'll text them.
Yeah, tell them to get on it.
I want to know what you're saying.
I know. I want to look into it. I want to read. I want to be impressed by. I love lyrics myself.
Charlie.
So, yeah, man, get it together.
Well, the "I'm Dead" song is actually one of the lyrics is something about a plane crashing and him dying. He's afraid to fly.
Okay.
Definitely afraid of flying.
Got you.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, that one definitely reminded me of like something off Nirvana's Nevermind. A little bit more grungier, but the feel of it, definitely the start and the intensity of it. So people need to go check it out. Charlie Abbott, Nirvana.
That's what it looks like.
That's it, man. Go get it. It's a great album. So hopefully, Lee.
Don't smoke cigarettes, though.
Hopefully you'll jump on it.
Cigarettes are bad.
Or if you want to. Whatever.
Lee, you jumping on it?
I'm on it.
Okay, there you go.
On it.
All right. Well, there we go. That's the album. Anything you need to add to it, or does that hit all the?
I think I knocked it out of the park.
There you go. All right. Good deal. We'll see what John thinks of it later. It might be a who's to blame down the road. We'll see. All right. So we definitely got some stories in we want to talk about. I want to start with Donald Glover, Childish Gambino. Now, if you've listened to the show, you know I love Donald Glover. Like, I'm passionate.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I'm passionate about Atlanta. I think it's the best show on TV right now today, without a shadow of a doubt. Each episode gets better and better. I've watched it. I'm on my second viewing now, second season. I love it. And so Childish Gambino came out with this new song called "This Is America," and the video is just like insane. Have you seen it, John? Or have you seen it? Anybody seen it?
Nope.
Maybe Lee can play part of it in just a minute here, but this video is kind of taking the internet by storm. Childish Gambino is, he kind of started off as just, he was the rapper from Community, and he's kind of morphed into this artist now that has got a voice. And like I say, he's writing Atlanta. He's doing that. He's in Solo, the movie. He's playing Lando, which is crazy. He was on Community. Can this guy do any wrong at this point, man?
I got the track right here. Let me play a little.
Oh, we're going to play a little. Here we go. What's the name of the song?
Childish Gambino. What is it? This is America.
No, this is Charlie Abbott. I'm dead. Okay, we'll listen to this for just a minute. I like this. Listen to this.
I like it. It's
I told you, man.
It kind of reminds me a little bit, the instruments of like the Toadies, but then like also what's the other band when the vocals come in, the Pixies.
Oh,
so yeah.
I can see that.
I
seems like some would argue it's almost the same band, but like Nirvana and Foo Fighters right in the middle.
Okay.
So definitely that feel to the album. All right, so let's. Can you play a little bit of Donald Glover? And like Jason in the chat says, I mean, you got to watch this video. Like, I mean, the song is good, but the video is like
we gonna get popped.
We might. So just watch
it under 8 seconds.
Hey, yeah. Just watch the beginning and tell me what you think, man. No, just keep watching. You got to watch this beginning, okay? Okay, here we go.
We just want to party just for you. We just want the money just for you. I know you want to party just for me. Girl, you got me dancing shit for free. We just want to party just for you. We just want the money just for you. I know you want to party just for me. Girl, you got me dancing shit for free. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now.
All right.
Don't catch you slipping
now.
Look what I'm whipping now.
Now the guy in the chair is the young man that was killed by Zimmerman. What was his name again? God, I can't even remember.
I don't know. That's
Trayvon Martin.
Violent.
That was Trayvon Martin's father playing the guitar right there, which is crazy. And so it continues these. I mean, you keep watching if you want. I mean, there's some crazy scene. Like, it's basically the video is like telling you about how violence is in America and how we just kind of ignore it because we're paying attention to like dancing and hip hop. And so you got these dances and things like that. I've watched this video probably like 20 times now. And there's so many like hidden meanings in it. And just like the pants he's wearing were worn by like Confederate soldiers back in Civil War times. And the dance he's doing is kind of like a Jim Crow style dance. It was inspired by that time period.
A Jim Crow inspired dance?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a certain pose he's got and everything. And so,
I mean, first off, I would say you already have a massive man crush on Donald Glover.
Yeah. Oh,
going in. So
yeah,
this man could have done anything and you would have been like, this is brilliant.
Like I say, everything, the ante keeps getting raised every time in this video, man.
Yeah, how does it end? Okay, he just shot somebody with an AK-47. Or actually, he just shot a church choir.
How do you think it would end for a black man with the police involved in the video? And he doesn't die, but he is running from the police at the end of the video. Yeah. So like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's people dying. There's a guy that jumps right here and kills himself in the background right there. And so you don't really pay attention to that. You're just paying attention to the dancing and all that. So this video, man, is taking the internet by storm. I mean, I don't know how many millions of views this thing has, but he had a big week this week. He was on Saturday Night Live. Like I said, he's in the
69 million.
Solo movie.
69.8 million.
Yeah, which is not bad. I mean, we could take some of those numbers if people didn't mind. But anyway, I just everyone should go check that video. That's my video of the week that you definitely should go check out. I mean, it is pretty pretty amazing. So anyways, there you go. So people go check that out. You will be impressed, and then go Google all the meanings in it and things like that.
I think the clothes that the background dancers are wearing also is like a school uniform.
Yes, same. Yeah. So
you start to pick more. The more you clue into the background stuff, you do start to pick up more stuff.
So there you go.
That is neat. I like stuff like that.
Yeah, it's pretty. And like I said, it starts with the guy getting his head blown off. So it already you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it can only go up from there. Like you're just in for quality once people are getting shot.
Well, that's
screen.
what he's saying. We're so desensitized to violence. You can get on Facebook Live and literally watch someone get murdered, which is people have done before. But if there's any kind of sexual nature of a thing, people run away from it like they're scared of it. We're just getting desensitized to violence. Like the things you can see on TV these days, it's insane.
It's very the opposite in London and England.
Yeah.
and Europe as a whole. I mean they're very like way against anything violent, but I mean they've got nudity in orange juice commercials.
Right. So it's definitely a weird time we're living in where.
But I mean, you guys are like big Hollywood fans. Like y'all really like to talk about Marvel superheroes and stuff. I mean, don't you think Hollywood as a whole has a lot to?
Oh yeah,
not just Hollywood, but all media. Yeah, I would agree.
Video
with that.
games, entertainment,
media, the news.
Media.
What's the news showing? I mean, the news is the one feeding us these news stories. It's not like we're going out and finding a lot of this stuff. It's fed to us. Because
I also think it's people want to post that thing that catches people's opinion. Everybody wants, if there's a fight, let's tape it. If someone's getting, shot, let's tape it. If there's a car accident, let's tape what people, it's that shocking content.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily maybe for the people filming it. It's not about what they're filming. It's how many views and how many likes and how many people they engage by filming that.
That's true.
But maybe doesn't that somehow tie into what he's saying though? Like
I think it is.
If
I think
it wasn't
that's kind of
taped,
the point that he's trying to make.
That's exactly what he's trying to. Like just watch us dance. Just watch us dance and hear our music and ignore all the violence in the background. Is kind of what he's saying. So it's definitely a statement on being
so
black.
So we shouldn't have like entertainment.
No, you can, but
never.
We shouldn't
Don't have it in spite
until
of
all these problems are fixed.
Just pay attention to what's in the background and just not what's being pushed in front of your face.
It's just so for me personally, know how much time should I spend on like fixing the world and how much time should I spend entertainment in the best practice scenario, just so I can correct my life.
That's up to you. I mean, that's up to you. It's each person.
But I mean,
is
just based on the Donald Glover video, though.
I think I don't know that there's an equation in the video that does.
Come on, man, help me out. I'm seeking advice. Do I have to send in a Dear John
just saying,
to get an answer here?
Don't ignore the
So just like
things.
1%, 99%,
Sure.
1090.
Sure, 199. There you go.
199.
Yeah, just keep watching the dancing, man. Watch the
watch
the minstrel show, as they say.
I don't watch a lot of pop music dancing,
Okay. But you do listen to hip hop, right?
I've listened to it before.
Okay, there you go. You have. So there you
I'm
go.
familiar.
Familiar.
Well, Jason in the chat actually filmed the shooting, the aftermath of the shooting at Opry Mills last week. He says in the chat, and he says, I posted the Opry Mills kid dying last week and got so much shit for it, but it needed to be shown.
Yeah, I saw that. Actually, it disturbed me.
It is disturbing. It was a guy bleeding out. It's like blood.
I don't know why it needed to be shown.
I mean,
we know somebody got shot.
Well,
You don't need
because I think the point that what it comes down to is like we hear these stories, someone got shot, and we disassociate with it. Okay, someone got shot, but when you see the video and there's blood everywhere, and there's people like the security guards are standing around like they don't know what to do, and there's like a civilian giving CPR. And like
you
you're saying that
recognize the background as your home.
Right. I mean, it makes it much more real. And you're like, oh, this is actually what gun violence, like when you hear Waffle House shootings, when you hear
Wouldn't that be
school
desensitizing
shootings,
people
you
though by showing a dying body?
No, because we never see the aftermath of we never see dead kids. So to us, it's like not real.
Just abstract thoughts.
But I mean, you could go either way with it. Yeah.
True.
Well, that's why we're discussing it. Where is the line? Is there a line? Should everything just be shown? Should certain things be censored? I mean, it's definitely not something you want your kids watching, but should we be seeing this to kind of get an idea? Like you're right, we never saw the carnage of the Waffle House shooting. We saw the guy's mugshot.
Or like the Las Vegas, like when you see the aftermath photos of that, and you see like mounds of people that were shot. That's, it's like.
But then that leaks into the territory of then why is it your responsibility to show someone else's death like that? That's
Yeah.
Slippery slope.
That's it is. I mean, there's no right answer, man.
Jason Steen, what's the reply there? So Jason Steen is like a reporter, so he feels it's his duty to bring this news for the people that want it to go out and find it. Now, I think there maybe is some, there's obviously a problem if someone doesn't want to see it and you're forcing them to. Right.
But we all watched
Which
it.
is kind of what happened to me. Like, I'm just going through Twitter, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, there's a dead person on the screen right there.
Yeah. Well, definitely a question to think about. I mean,
and I will tell you the worst thing I've ever seen was
two cups, one girl, one girl, 2 cups.
It was a Middle Eastern that
guy getting his head. Oh, that was.
I made the mistake. I was like, I'll check that out.
Me too.
I was never again will I ever watch.
I wish I'd never watched that. I wish I'd never watched that video. The screams of that man getting his head chopped off.
Because it seems so innocent at first. He's just sitting there.
Oh, and then I'm glad that is one of the worst videos I've literally ever seen. Like, shooting is one thing. Because shooting, generally, you're going to die pretty quickly.
Over.
This guy was getting his head sawed off with a machete, man. Like, it was like, oh, this is bad time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's hit real quick. Get off gun violence.
Is it illegal to do that? To show stuff like that?
I don't think so, man.
Right. Moving on.
So Nashville has so Nashville has a big traffic problem, okay? And they tried to pass a bill that would cost $9 billion to fix the traffic problem. It got voted down. Big shocker there. And now, there we go. So now, what has surfaced in Nashville are these motorized electric scooters, okay, by the company Birdman is what I call them. But they're Bird motorized electric scooters, and I've ridden on them this week. They're around work a lot. I love them.
What's the going rate on something like that?
So it's $1 to reserve it, and it's 15 cents a minute. So it's not really that expensive.
So break us down, 15 cents. Give us what's your typical ride?
Probably about 30 minutes, about $4.50.
$4.
Yeah.
Can you drop it off anywhere?
So you get an app, you find it, you unlock it with you pay with a credit card, scan your driver's license in, and then when you're done with it, you're supposed to take it back to an area with a bike rack or an area where the public can get to it, and you push the button and it locks it back down for you.
Can I ride one from downtown Nashville to the South Nashville suburbs?
Yes, you could.
How long do you think it would take me to?
You'd probably run out of its battery. I mean, you might run out of juice before you get there.
What's my maximum ride time on one of these?
That's a good question. You should find out.
How do they charge? Are they solar? Are they?
I think the company has to come and recharge them. And there's something on the app you can help charge them, I guess, and probably get a discount or something. But the crazy thing is, Nashville saw this, and now they put a cease and desist letter to this company to get rid of these scooters. Because, like we were saying, Josh, these are in San Francisco, and people are not happy with them, apparently.
No, people are taking dumps on them.
Literally.
Yeah, taking dumps on them.
Literally taking shits on them.
I don't understand that.
Well, the problem is they're saying is that people are not putting them back in the proper places. People are riding on the sidewalks. And I do ride on the sidewalks when there's no one around.
Do you do radical tricks?
No, not yet, but I'll get there.
Points?
I'll get there.
All right. As long as you're working on it.
But you're supposed to ride in the street, and if you've been on some Nashville streets, that's not happening, man. You're not going to get on 2nd Avenue.
There's bike lanes in some places.
Not outside my work. There's not. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's funny that somebody comes along with but a solution to cut back on some of the traffic, and Nashville shuts it down immediately. Now their big thing is a councilman named Colby Sledge actually is wanting us to get aerial lifts to help alleviate the traffic problem in Nashville.
Like a tramway.
Yeah.
I don't see how that helps.
I don't either. I just said
they're just running out of tram lifts and parachutes.
Well, there's my tweet right there. So I tweeted about that. I posted the story. And I said, when you've officially ran out of all logical ideas, you just go to the sky, man. I don't know. I sit in Nashville traffic every day, and it is atrocious. It is very bad. I don't know how it's going to get any better. I don't know if it is. I mean, more people are coming to the city, more congestion, more traffic, and there's no – you would imagine the people we elect, you would hope. We don't think. We would hope these guys have good ideas to help.
For change.
And their problem is really, give us $9 billion, man, and we'll fix all your problems. We're not going to show you what the plan is, and it may be $5, it may be $9 billion.
They got a rough plan.
Rough. Yeah, rough $5 to $9 billion. We're somewhere in the middle there.
They had the lines drawn out where the railways would go and light rail and where
the
the
worst
bus
thing is
depots would be and stuff.
By the time this gets built, we'll be dead. So I mean, it's how
Okay, I got a real serious question for you.
Okay, do
Have
it.
you ever been so mad at someone that you pooped on their things? Or like so mad at an idea that you pooped on something?
I can honestly say no.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think
Do you
I
know
Josh, have
anyone
you?
that's
No.
ever done
Not
that?
if once I've been mad at
John,
the toilet,
no.
but no.
Because I mean, someone's so mad at these electric scooters that they're like, "I'm gonna poop on this to prove
I don't
my
even-
That's
point."
the only way to prove my point.
I don't think it was anger.
That's
It was
it.
probably just somebody being a jerk.
San Francisco, man, they're a little bit different. That's the,
What does that
the left
mean?
coast, man. They're kind of radical
The
sometimes.
left
That kind of
coast.
poop on
He didn't
stuff
say
kinda
the West
different?
Coast. He said the left
Yeah,
coast.
it is the left coast, man. It is what it is. Yeah, that's pretty
whatever.
crazy though. You would have to be pretty angry to pull your pants down and take a shit on something. I mean, that's like next level like anger. I mean, that's forget the Hulk. That's like past the Hulk level of rage.
Okay,
right
have you
there.
ever peed on something in anger?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
so.
I mean, there's,
I mean, I've peed angry, but I've never never peed on anything because I was angry.
I don't know, it's just crazy. So we'll see what happens. I hope these stick around because they're fun for me. I love them, man. They're right outside my work. I can ride around on them. We were just riding around on them on our lunch break, just having a blast.
You should open up like a park with like ramps and stuff right
There you
next
go.
to it.
Yeah. Well, my buddy and me do it the first day. He almost bites the dust on it. He didn't even know there was a brake at the top. He was hitting the back brake. I was like, dude, what are you doing, man? There's literally a handbrake on the left side. I was like, what are you doing? So, yeah, people are going to get hurt, but people are going to get hurt anyway.
Has he ever rode a bike before?
I don't know. I have to ask him. I don't know. Maybe not.
What if we find out in San Francisco that the reason there's shit on them is because people are trying to ride them to go take a shit somewhere, and on the way,
plot twist.
Yeah.
There
Plot
you go.
twist.
All right. Oh, my God.
So I got real quick one more story.
Okay, do
one
it.
more story.
Do it up.
That's not it. That's not it.
So many tabs.
So a reoccurring
Oh, no.
topic of the show, R. Kelly is back in the news.
no.
Spotify has removed R. Kelly from
Talking
the
about peeing
playlist,
on things.
and you can't like
Jeez.
recommend it like, and I guess radio type stuff. I'm not on Spotify, so I'm not sure, but they removed his music from being played as part of the new hate content and hateful conduct policy.
This is insane.
They had someone else too. I've never heard of this guy. If you know who that is, his name is
Yeah, say
Triple X.
I think he says he has a lot of homophobic raps, right? I think we've talked about this guy. I'm pretty sure, man. I'm pretty sure we talked about some of his raps.
So
but
just real quick, what do you think of that?
silly. I mean, where does this stop?
Yeah.
I mean, now people are not playing Kanye West songs. They don't agree with his political stance. Do you not ever listen to Bill
Who's
Cosby?
not playing Kanye West?
Oh, there's a whole story about DJs don't play him anymore at events because people are so upset about it. Like when they put on one of his songs, which are some great songs that people just are like, nope, don't do that.
I mean, just it feels like this is like the preliminary to like Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah. I mean, R. Kelly's got some good songs. Let us listen to his songs. Remove him from the man. What, Michael Jackson songs? Are those next?
Maybe
is
we should-
Prince next? Who's next?
We
I
should
mean,
come out with a new like book or movie called like Celsius 420 or something.
Celsius 420. Yeah, there you go. Man. I wonder what that movie's about. Yes, it's silly.
It's just the temperature which we burns.
We have like John play Kanye West.
There you go. Oh, that'd be good. Stunt casting. I love it. Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Okay, I do have to say one more thing. I don't know if you saw this in the news, but there's a Donald Trump video where him and Mayor Giuliani, they filmed a sketch video where Giuliani is dressed in drag.
What?
And Donald Trump sexually assaults him.
No, stop.
I'm not lying.
This is an actual video.
This is
I mean, how do we not know about this? It seems like this would have more views than the Donald Glover video we just witnessed.
Man.
All this does is make me realize that I am not on the internet very often.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I thought I was, and I haven't.
And I mean,
seen
I
it.
guess the people that are really into Trump say you're living in the past. You know,
Oh, is this old? No, this is an old
Yeah,
video.
this is
oh,
older.
come on, man.
Still, like this is they're in the news.
Lee,
Giuliani.
2 words: assorted pork chops. Okay, I'll explain what that means to our listening audience. Us 3 had a community access show back
Please
in
stop
the late
talking.
90s, and some of those skits are. I would not want them seen by anyone today. Okay, one of them is called Gilligan's Gay Island. Okay, that's bad enough. And
You got kicked off the air.
we got
for
kicked
that.
off of community access television.
This
believe
is-
it or not, this is our skits.
This
were,
is the president of the United States. of
well,
America.
not back when he did this.
This
That's
is
the mayor of New York while he was doing it.
that, yeah.
Hello.
Good point, John. Good point. This is
Like,
fake.
who thought this?
Who thought
Hey, what's
Gilligan's?
the music behind there, dude? Looks like a lady. I
Okay,
mean-
Gilligan's Gay Island was a good idea at the time. We're not even going to get into the other skits we talked about. So anyway,
Actually, I think
we
that was the
played
worst
one
one.
on the. We played something where John was doing a culturally inappropriate guitar thing.
oh yeah, he was a Mexican guy, I
Yeah.
guess. Yes, yeah, okay. Anyway,
so- but you also would never be president. But who knows?
you
Maybe
never
not at
know.
this point.
All right, well let's get
John
to
Tortorella,
who's to blame, man. We're ready. Josh is ready to jump into who's blame. So let's do it.
Tell me who's to blame. Yeah, tell me who's to blame. Yeah, tell me who's to blame. Won't tell me who's to blame.
All right, who's to blame? Where we pick a topic, one person argues for it, the other person argues against it, and I think this week we're going to feature Lee and Josh attacking a topic. And what is the topic of the week, Lee?
This topic this week is one of the great cities in America.
Possibly.
Las Vegas.
Maybe worst city in America. So, Lee,
I am definitely anti-Las Vegas, so that's the take I would like.
do you want to start or do you want Josh to
Yeah,
start?
go ahead. You want me to start? You want me to start?
You've got a view.
Okay. Listen.
You have a take?
Las Vegas. What can be said about Las Vegas, man? It's like the cesspot of the American armpit. Okay, this is where people go to just let loose and break the law. You go into a casino and there's cigarette smoke that you have to park to walk. And then you go up to a casino table and there's literally businesses there just to steal your money, because you can't win in Vegas. There's no winning, and like everyone talks about the buffets. The buffets are so good. It's like $18 for crap food, and it's just like the only reason you're eating it is because there's nothing else. B, you're hungover, and and it's like too hot to sit at the pool. Okay, name me one good thing about Las Vegas.
Josh, you're up.
Anything that happens there stays there. I mean, you can get away with anything. You, like you said, illegal activities. But who doesn't do something illegal? He rides his scooter on the sidewalk. Every day people do things illegal, and that's okay. And maybe people want to gamble their house away. That's their priority. We're living in America last time I checked. So
freedom.
So they can go and gamble their house and their car and whatever away, and why not? That's it.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
John, who you siding with on this one?
I'm not for his argument, but I'm siding with Josh on this one. Just
You can't.
because
That's
No. This is a special edition. Yes.
No.
Look, yes.
Episode
yes,
91,
no,
man.
Yes,
No.
yes,
No.
yes. You're
No.
taking you're arguing against an entire city based on one street's activity.
Uh-oh.
This is an entire city. There are extremely wholesome people that live in Las Vegas.
Uh-oh.
You've got great bands that come there. That some of them have the Killers from Las Vegas.
Because the Killers only go to Las Vegas.
That's where they're from. I mean, if it wasn't,
okay.
I mean, Imagine Dragons, also from Las Vegas.
Also not a great
John,
band.
I do
please
like
stop
them.
talking. You're
Anyway.
burying yourself with these
Listen,
bands.
John
Anyway,
started
there's-
off and he said, I'm going to give it to Josh, but not based on his argument. That just goes against the very
Yeah, that's
logic
pretty
of the
pathetic,
entire
man.
segment. So thank you for butting in, but once again,
I'm
we're going to
just
say,
saying there's
no,
something
thank you
else
for
to be
giving me the
added.
victory, though.
All right,
with your
people,
spin.
you let us know who won on
Yeah.
Who's to Blame.
Yeah, tell me who's to blame. Won't tell me who's to blame.
All right, Josh won. Okay, so we're
But
going to...
for the record, I do think it's weird that a city that shouldn't be a city that has water, pumped into it, shouldn't really exist. But yeah,
Well, the segment's over. You can say whatever you want now.
No, with 100% more teams that you can sport book on.
What's funny, you were talking, I was like, this sounds like my idea of heaven. Like, you were literally just kind of
no
like,
doubt.
yes, man, great gambling, food,
Cigarettes,
just smoke everywhere, prostitution,
cocaine, water fountains.
What's wrong with that?
Are timed.
There we go.
Just fake.
Right.
I remember being there inside the Paris, the one that has the Eiffel Tower, and it's 3:00 in the morning, and inside it's painted like it's daylight, and my body was completely confused. So
You're an old
I had-
miser, so
I had to order more wine.
You were
to
the
drink it away.
oldest person I know at your age. I will say that.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of bad ideas, let's get to the Dear John of the week. All right. right. So normally this is Dear John, but John, the listeners have spoken. They want you out this week.
I'm out.
Your takes the last few weeks have been questionable. You are suspended this week from, well, you can still jump in. All right. So Josh this week is our special Dear Josh. We were going to do a new theme song, but honestly, didn't get around to it. But anyway, just imagine Josh instead of the John part. Okay. So Lee's going to read this email from a listener, and Josh, with John's help, possibly is going to help this person. Lee, get started.
This one comes in. Dear Josh, my father, age 68, active and in good health, has become increasingly obsessed with deciding who will get which of his belongings when he passes. Almost every conversation now consists of some form of, do you think your cousin Joy would like my antique fishing lure collection? I'm glad he's thinking ahead and putting his affairs in order, but it has been months since we've been able to talk about normal things, and I feel like he's missing out on living in the present. I finally had to tell Dad to stop asking my young kids which of his childhood toys they would like when he dies because it was freaking them out. They no longer want to go over there because they're terrified he's going to kill over in front of them. How do I get him to stop this, move on, and continuing his life? I'm pretty sure he doesn't have an illness he's keeping secret. Obsessiveness is normal for him, but this topic is new from an adult son in Florida.
Josh, that is your stomping ground, so you should have this. What do you think?
Man, that is pretty tough. Because to me, you know, the part of me would be like, well, just let him say what he wants. He's 68. He's put in his time.
He is gonna die.
He's put in his time. Let him say whatever he's gonna want. But I guess if you want him to stop, you just kind of have to. I don't think he can. I think it's just where it is. I think he's in his ways. He's gonna keep talking about it until he gets all of his stuff sorted out. So I guess just maybe speed up the process, help him
murder him,
help him sort it out.
Put a pillow on his head in the middle of the night.
I thought you literally meant, well, speed up his life.
Yeah. Let's put him to sleep.
Regularly sneak up on him.
Well,
Would you like some arsenic with that tea, Grandpa?
Or that too.
You don't have to worry about him killing over.
I think you can go to, there's a state that does that now, right? Just go to like Washington State or wherever it is now. But I think just draw out a list, separate it, go, hey man, do you sign off on this? Yeah,
so
well now quit.
Write a will.
Yeah.
Get a
and
will.
Quit bumming everybody out and live out the last 10 years of your life.
I think quit bumming everyone out is better. First priority, quit bumming everyone out.
Especially the young kids.
Get a will together.
Yeah.
John, anything you want a button onto that? Add a button to it.
Yeah, he needs to creeping out the kids. I mean, yeah, that'd be. I mean, if he is harboring some kind of illness, he needs to come clean with it. So I mean, your adult children can deal with it. Otherwise, live what you have. I mean, you are alive. Live your life. Don't.
I think you just need to steal his shit. I mean, because then that solves the problem completely. I mean, you
just one day have a yard sale, like send him away on a long weekend and just do a yard sale.
No, just pay someone to break in, steal all of his crap, and just move on. Then he's got nothing to complain about.
And then when he asks where it is, go, you don't have stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Let
yeah,
him,
oh man, yeah.
You can live. You can live again.
All right, so I think we solved that one. You're welcome, Mr. Florida.
Some legit advice going on here. It's unusual.
All right, so that was the Dear John. So if you got a thing you want John or Josh ever comes back, you want them to answer it, let us know. Email us on the website. You can do that. All right, so now it is time for Blame Your Selfie.
Honestly, when I first started doing this show, you said you have to take selfies of yourself and put it on the Blame Yourself. And I literally thought you were insane. I was like, why would anyone take a selfie of themselves?
All right, it's time for Blame Your Selfie, where we feature selfies from our fans, our friends, the listeners of the program. And we do. This may be the youngest listener. Who do you think this is from, John, without looking?
Oh, I know who it's from.
Okay. This is from Mr. Michael Anthony, the man, the myth, the legend. And he says, at BYB Pod, this is my niece. What's the name? Jacqueline. Hashtag blame your selfie. So there you go.
It's a baby theme.
She looks like she's in that, all I could say is that my life is pretty lame.
Good observation.
All right. It's another baby. Back. Incognito blamer. Oh, this is you. This is Lee, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Number 1. Another baby selfie. You and Michael Anthony, man, same wavelength this week.
Kids out.
So I was hanging out with my mom, and she said I should take a picture of the child in the Nashville Predator onesie and post it to WKRN, and they would feature it on the news. So I tagged WKRN,
well,
number one Preds fan.
Did they would be my first question.
They liked it on Twitter. I don't know if that amounts to anything.
Not good enough.
No. Maybe next time. I thought we had an in, after talking to Jessica a couple weeks ago. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe so.
I should have sent it to her instead
just
of
remember
on Twitter.
Lee's advice from a long time ago.
Keep my kids out your mouth.
There you go. All right, so we're going to move on to the next selfie. This is Bree Poe rocking the new shirt, Misogyny Alert t-shirt. Says, got my awesome Blame Your Brother Misogyny Alert t-shirt today. I'll have to wear it to work. # blame your selfie. She's apparently got a bunch of dudes telling her she should be getting flowers because she's the only female that works there. So I don't know
what?
If you didn't see those tweets. So I know.
So now she can just turn that shirt towards him
and just say, "Hey, man."
Yeah, I think on the next version we need to wire some up with a little trigger.
There you
that
go.
You can hit and just like
just
whoop, whoop, whoop.
That would be awesome. Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Just like the greeting cards. All right, this is.
I guess we could do it now. There's nothing stopping us.
Yeah, I guess not. This is Ha Simpson, Squeaky Ha from Kentucky. A little sun, tea, and misogyny. That's a little rhyme there. And she's rocking her new gray # Misogyny Alert t-shirt. Looks great, man. Those are definitely. I wore mine out the other night, and I was getting some looks, man. People
What kind of looks?
I don't know. I couldn't really quite gauge. They were definitely checking out, going, "Who is this guy? What is that shirt about?" I don't know. Here is John wearing his shirt as well. It said, "Repping my new shirt, # blame your selfie." There you go, John. Have you worn yours out yet?
Yeah, actually, I wore it earlier today.
Any?
I was dropping my son off at daycare, and I actually got half smiles. They looked at it, and they looked down at the shirt, and they looked back up at me and smile, and so
there you go.
He thought it was a little funny.
Ah.
I mean,
You're one of us, brother.
It says it says blame your brother, but it says misogyny alert on it too.
Yeah.
So it's just pretty funny.
What do you think people think of these shirts? Like if they see what are they thinking?
In this day and age, a lot of people want to be upset. So
Yeah.
I think if they can take it bad, people will. But I think for the most part, people who can that have a sense of humor will get it. And they'll
I think if you don't know anything about the shirt, you would say misogyny alert, blame your brother. It's like we need to fix this problem.
Well, there we go. Yeah, that's what we're all about. Yeah, that's what we designed it for.
Yes.
Okay, so
we're here to fix the world.
Here we go. This is Marlon Mather, aka Half Pints Point, writer for the website. It's a double half pint this week. First off, I actually left the house for Godfather's birthday, where I inducted him into the drinking club. Also, look what came in the mail this week. There we go. That's Marlon rocking his Misogyny Alert t-shirt in that nice gold or yellow color there. I like that. That's a nice color right there. Yeah. So there we go. Good to see all the shirts. And here's me breaking the law in Nashville on a bird scooter. Got the 5-0 creeping on me in the background. So there you go. So that was all of our selfies. Oh, no, one more. I'm sorry. This is Ellie, one of those two. She helps run our social media account. It says Jersey Shore Duck Lips, # Throwback Thursday, # blame your selfie, # just saying. So there we go. That's our social. So she runs our social media alert. So if you see any Jersey Shore content, and she's also lives in Kentucky at times. So there you go. All right. Well, we've gone through all that. Now it's time for we didn't talk about freaking DJ Khaled this week, man, saying he doesn't.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't do the 69. But anyways, we're still going to keep this segment Major Key.
So let me give you a major key. Where is the key?
That is not the key. I want the key.
Give us the keys. So let me give you a major key.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right, so it's time. Yeah, DJ Khaled. Man, what are you doing?
Did you see me go the wrong way the first
I do that all the time. Like, I would be the worst weatherman of all time with green screens. I'd be pointing to the wrong
what
stuff.
What do I do with my hands?
So if you don't know, DJ Khaled came out in an interview and said he doesn't go down on his wife because kings don't do that. It's up to the woman to give pleasure, not the guy. And
that dude's just trying to get
he has been
off
getting
the wagon hard.
Slammed, dude.
Yeah, of course he did.
You just don't, even if it's true, just don't say it, man.
I mean, when he was hot, like when he was the hot ticket, you could say stuff like that.
Yeah.
And people would be like, yeah, bro. But when you're already on the way down, that's not how you revitalize your career.
When you're the spokesperson for Weight Watchers, you need to stay off that, man, that you don't do that. Anyway.
We the best 69.
Ooh, God.
It's just a 6 or a 9. Which one would it be?
For him?
So he could also say with the Weight Watchers diet, I can eat anything but.
There you go. That's the new tagline.
The number for that is just, there's too many points.
Wow. Okay.
69
Anyway, so I
points.
got a couple here.
Okay.
Quit bumming everyone out.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Let the old man say what he wants.
Yeah.
Use the self kiosk.
All right.
Get you a penis.
Okay.
And just do it.
Well, I know which one I would go for, but which one, Lee, are you?
I wrote them down. I'm going to let you guys.
Okay, Josh is the one that kind of stands out there.
Quit bumming everyone out. Let the old man say what he wants. Use the self kiosk and get you a penis.
I don't know how you don't go get you a penis, man. I mean, John, what do you think? It's yours. I mean,
that's up there.
Do I have to use an asterisk with the?
Yes, for sure. So is that our major key of the week? Get you a penis. There you go.
Do have the key.
10-13.
Everybody stand up right now.
Misogyny alert. Misogyny alert.
There you go. Those shirts are going to come in awfully handy this week. All right, there you go. That was John's major key of the week, as most of them are the past few weeks. All right, guys, that is the end of the episode. Once again, Josh, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
How do people tell us once again about the album, where to get it, where to go, where to follow, all that good stuff?
Get it everywhere. Get it iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music. I guess that's what it is. And
sure.
Yeah, YouTube. I think that's it.
All right, Charlie Abbott. Charlie Abbott's the band.
Charlie Abbott, Nirvana.
Nirvana's the album, and it's endorsed by me personally, so definitely go check that out. And you want people to follow you on social media?
Sure. I'm on Instagram. I use words.
Okay.
Like I just did.
Yep.
So
there you go. We'll go follow him on Instagram. I use words, and thanks for coming out, man. It was fun. Yeah, so guys, if you want to check out past episodes, you need to go to our website, blameyourbrother.net. That's the website where you also get articles and entries and writing by Josh, by Adam, by Marlon. They're writing great articles for the website. You can check out our podcast. You also got TiVo and the Beards podcast is on there. I mean, this is turning into a network, and we love it. So there's a lot to digest there, a lot to entertain yourself. All of our social media links are up there, ways to get the podcast. If you're going to go buy stuff on Amazon, hit that Amazon link, buy all the stuff. We get a small percentage of sales. And we sell just regular Blame Your Brother t-shirts on Amazon, thanks to Josh, who actually kind of made us hip to that. So there's a link for that as well. Amazon will send you an awesome Blame Your Brother shirt. And Radio Vegas Rocks. They stream us every Thursday at radiovegas.rocks. And you can go get the app on Apple Store and Google Play. So go get that app and listen to internet radio 24/7. And if you want to email the show, there's a link for that. You can use any email you want. You can use your real email. Whatever you want to do, it's there. Write John. Let him know that you need some advice, or just tell us how terrible we're doing, like that Russian person did this week. Or German. What were they, German or Russian?
The AIDS truck?
Yeah.
German.
Okay. Well, German person wrote us about an AIDS truck this week, so I don't know what that's about, but I guess we'll...
So it was all in German. I translated. It was actually the recipe for LSD. So
there you go. AKA the AIDS truck. There we go. We appreciate that. Yeah, and also go to our YouTube page, subscribe. That way you can check out the show Thursday nights. We got tons of videos up there as well. I just did a recent one where I unboxed a Lana WWE action figure. And if we get up to 200 views and you comment, we're going to give away a t-shirt and that action figure. So go to the YouTube. BlameYourBrother.tv is a short link. It'll get you there. And you can check out all of our videos. So I guess with that being said, Lee, anything else?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
Sorry?
This must never be seen by anyone.
You want me to play it again?
Has anybody seen this?
Nobody has seen this.
Now
they have to be found and
for
talked to.
Memory of the week. 30 years ago, someone invented peanut butter in Lexington, Kentucky. That's your memory of the week. Back to you, David, Lee, and John.